Hello, so today we are going to continue on problems from the daily challenge. And today's problem is merge string alternately. And so basically we have two words, word 1 and word 2. And we want to merge the strings by adding the letters in each word in alternating order. And we'll start from word 1. And if one of the strings is longer than the other, then we'll just append the additional letters to the end of the result string, and then we'll return that result string. So what does that mean? So let's take a look at the first example here. So we'll start out with word 1, and we'll just take a letter from it and then alternate with taking a letter from the other one. So that would be AB first. Sorry, AP. And then we take B and we take Q. So that would be this here. We take C and we take R. And this is the result. Now, for the second one, where one is longer than the other, then we'll take first A and then P. So that would be this here. And then we'll take B and Q. And so that would be this here. And then would be these RS that is remaining. We'll just put it here. Okay. So how do we solve this? Well, pretty straightforward. We can just do exactly what we are told or asked to do here. So we can just go through a combination of the words, and we can do that with just a zip function. So if we just do a zip, so this will give us, if we just do a zip for word 1 and word 2, it will give us the 2 characters. Okay, so this will give us the characters of word 1 and word 2 each time, but it will take only up to the minimum length of one of the words, which means we will have to take care of handling if one of them is longer than the other. And so first, let's just handle the common length. And so our result string is going to be like this. And then what we'll need to do here is just concatenate, right? Because we just take one from one word and the other letter from the second one each time. And now if we exit, we want to check if the length of word 1 was bigger than the length of word 2, then we want to append the remaining portion of word 1 into the result. And so that's what we do here with what's the remaining? Well, remaining is basically anything that is more than the length of the other word. Okay, we could also just use the min of length word 1 and length of word 2 like this, and let's call this x, and this would be from x onward, right? So this is basically the remaining portion. Otherwise it would be also same thing, but it would be from word 2. Okay, like this. And then we can just return at the end, we can return that result. So if we run this, submit, it does work. In terms of time complexity, this is O of n here, and this is just O of 1. So overall it's O of n time, and being just the length of the words here. In terms of space, it's O of 1 space because it's only this string, so it's O of 1 space. Okay, so can we make this maybe slightly better? Well, yes, because with zip, there is a version called zip longest where it will combine based on the longest of the 2 options. Okay, so here it will keep going. If word 1, let's say, is bigger, is longer, then it will keep going for the length of word 1, and then once word 2 stops or ends, then C2 will become just none, default to none. And so we could actually use that here. And so basically, if both are present, that means there is still length. There is still the length is still not exceeded for both, and so we could just get them together. Now, if C1 alone here, that means C2 is none, which means basically word 1 has is longer, and then we have the remaining elements of word 1. So in that case, we just want to add C1. Now, otherwise, we can add C2 because that means that word 1 ended, and now we just have letters of word 2, and C1 would be none. Okay, and so we could also use this approach, which would work fine. It does get accepted. Now there is another way we can, way we can do here. So by default, if it's absent, it would be basically if one of the word, these two ends, the characters for it would be none. But we can change that. We can tell it that we want the fill value, instead of being by the default value is none. But instead of that, we can tell it to just use an empty string. And now we no longer need to check, because if it's not there, which means one of them ended, then we'll just add an empty string, which would be the same as adding nothing. And so this approach with using the fill value makes it nicer. So let's see. I think there is. Let me see. So let's actually let's use a character like this for empty string. Yeah, sorry, it's fill value like this, not fill value with underscore. Okay, this looks good. Let's submit, and that gets accepted. Okay, and now we can actually just make this arguably maybe not a lot more readable than the previous approach, but just to show you, we could just use join instead of adding, and this should work. And so what do we want to join? Well, just C1 plus C2 each time. So we could just return this. So this for C1 and C2 are in that. So if I run this, it should work. And it does pass. Yeah, so that's pretty much it, I think, for this problem. We went through multiple iterations to show you how we can improve it. Yeah, and that's pretty much it for this problem. Please like and subscribe, and see you in the next one. Bye.